Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins. With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At their 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
He'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. They run the counter. Rivers. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
All day, baby. All day.
2nd and 4. Complete to Washington. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
On the set. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
A 35-yard.
Gay's kick is good. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
Check 41. Check 3. Tight dog.
First carry now for David Montgomery. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Caught by Montgomery.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch. Check 13.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking end zone for Jones. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Julio Jones, 49 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watch time. Tight end right. Everyone, you got 4 down. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 57's right. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Ready, go.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got Thompson here, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check nine.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Jackson. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1 yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for...
Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Second and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the 2nd quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it a...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, come on. Check 56. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 35-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the decision to just kick the... Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Kill.
On first down, Stevens. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, watch it. Squeeze. Showing up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. A gain of 22.
Complete to number 15. A gain of 22 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 16-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard.
53's the mic. 53.
Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not
on, set. 15 lining, 15 lining. Ready, 30 base. Blue draw conquers. We good. 132. Fight up. Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go! 10, Lobo. Set, hut. Here we go, here we go. Get the plan. Set, go. Here we go. Set and read. Hut, go. Here we go. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Ready, go! Set, hut! 70 ended! Hut, go! On the double! Set up! Let's go now! 60 orange! Set! Cut! Set! Ready! Hut! Hut! Set! 10, Tuscan! Ready! Okay? Break! Ready, ready! Down! 91! set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. We good. 132. Butter! Ready. 30 base. Hard. Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Set hut. Let's go. 10, Lobo. Set go. Here we go. Here we go. Get the flag. Here we go. Set, hut. Got it. Hut, hut. Set, hut. Ready. Ready, 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 ready. Let's go now. 70 ending. Charlie, Charlie. Hook. Set, ready. We good. 32. Fight up. Set! High! Down! Set high! Come on, set! Set go! Okay, ready? High go! Ready? 10, ready, go!